Hi everyone, welcome to the Getting My Fit Together in 30 Premier Program. I'm Lenita, the host here in the One Body Life community and the founder of One Body Life. I'm also one of the coaches in the Getting My Fit Together Premier Program. Today I'm here to just share with you a brief video to show you how to navigate through the community and all of the resources that you receive by joining our GMFT program. So thank you for joining us. We're so excited to meet with you when the program launches on September 16th. But let's jump right in to my shared screen because I want to show you just some tips on how to navigate through and find what you need to be successful in the program. So first, as you see here, I am on the landing page of the community. When you first come into the One Body Life community, this is where you're going to land. It is the home activity feed. This is where all members of the One Body Life community will come, and if you're a member of the program, you'll have access to other features that general members do not have. So how we navigate through this part of the community is using the left side menu. You have your home, your discovery, members, about, topics, events, interests, coaching, 1BL fit resources, and our main website. In the center here, you have the main activity feed, which is where any new postings or articles or questions will appear as they happen. And how we like to do things in the community is house all of our articles and posts and questions and topics. So that way, as a member, if you want to come back in to specifically read about certain topics, you have access to all of that under one kind of umbrella. So you'll see all activity popping up here as it happens, but if you want to come back in later, you can click on topics over on the left, and you'll see all the topics that we have created here for our community members. And the topics that we chose are topics that are related to really what we're all interested in while we're here, that will help us with our goals, help us stay on track, and it's just something that we all have in common. So some of the topics are host only. Those topics are just where One Body Life will provide information such as our One Body Life healthy recipes. We also have topics that are member-wide. So, for example, member recipes and food pics. We want all of our members to share their healthy recipes and their recipe pictures, as well as down here, member workouts and information on accountability partners and goals and actions and progress pictures. These are all topics that we've provided so our members can be constantly searching for inspiration and motivation to stay on track and continue their healthy lifestyle. And you can follow these topics if you wish. You can always come into this topics link over here to the left to read up on new information. But if you want to get notified when something new has been posted, then you want to follow the topics that are of most interest to you. That way, you'll get notification and it'll appear in your home activity feed. Again, I'll go back to the home activity feed to show you. When you follow topics, then they will appear, the information that is related to those topics will appear in your activity feed. So a couple of things about the main activity, or I'm sorry, the main community is up here. There's a plus sign. It's for you to use to add posts and questions as you wish. We definitely encourage our members to just connect with each other. The more you engage in the community, the more you're going to get out of it. So take advantage of, the fact that you have people in here who are awesome resources through their experiences and their knowledge, and also support. So definitely take advantage of just reaching out to them. Now, as part of the program, you have access to resources that general members do not. Besides the community access, you have 3 other pieces to the program. The second is going to be your GMFT Premier Program and Core Lessons. lessons. How to access that each week is through the 1BL Fit Resources link here on the left. If you click on it, you will come to a page with all of our programs or all of our resources. Some of them are premium, some of them are private, some of them are open for anyone to view. But your program is a premium program and only those who are enrolled in the GMFT program can access. So you'll come in here to access the Getting My Fit Together in 30, and you're already here actually, because if you're watching this video, this is where you are. And what I want to share with you about this is basically everything that you can see right now is all pre-work prior to prep and launch of the program. So if you're here watching the video, you've already completed the overview pre-work, the One Body Life required disclaimers, and you're now learning how to navigate through the community if you're not already familiar with it. So once you're finished with this, you'll move on to the next two little sections of pre-work, and you can see the prep week shows up here, but you won't have access to that until September 11th, which is actually when prep week begins. On that date, we'll have that lesson available to everyone. Until then, you'll complete this pre-work, and we tell you at that get ready for our official start date section exactly what we are wanting you to do while you're rating. And, basically sit tight and, hang around in the community, get to really know how things work here before prep week. So on this page each week, after prep week on Mondays, every Monday, you will gain access to a new weekly lesson taught by one of our GMFT coaches. Within each lesson, you will have downloadable PDFs of the lesson, so you can save it on your device or your computers for reference later in 6 months or a year if you want to review it again. And then you also receive downloadable tools and homework to ensure that you're applying what we teach you. But don't worry, the homework consists of small actionable steps or changes that are just easy for you to implement on a day-to-day basis. So you'll come back here basically every week, and we'll notify you to remind you that a new lesson's available. You can right away jump in and take a look at it and review it, or you can do it on your own time throughout the week. But just a reminder that our lessons are what we really just talk about throughout the week with the other members of the program, as well as what we cover in our live coaching calls on a weekly basis. So take it at your own pace, but if you can stay on top of it each week, you'll be able to get more out of it and understand, maybe what some of the questions and comments and discussion are about if you've already completed your weekly lesson. So I'm going to go back out here to the main activity feed, and how you do that is you go to the top left corner. It says back to network because I'm on my computer. However, if you're on your phone or another device, then there'll be an arrow. So you're just going to click on that and head back out. Now I'm going to talk about the third piece to the GMFT program, which is your group coaching. We have created a private group coaching page within the community that only those who are in the program can access. So for you to access it, you're going to click on the coaching link here on the left menu, and then you're going to look for the Getting My Fit Together in 30 coaching page. So all of these are our coaching resources, but you have access to our group coaching for the GMFT program. So you're going to click on this, and hopefully you've already been in here, but if you have not, you have access to this now, even if you're here early prior to prep and prior to launch. But when you come in here prior to those dates, then you're going to see that there's not a lot of activity yet. You'll start seeing a lot of movement and things happening once prep week, especially launch date, gets here. So what we do here is pretty much, this is the place where most everything happens. This is where all the coaching and the connecting happens. Each week, your coaching team will conduct a live group coaching call, and access to the links for the live calls, and also the replays will be provided on this page. We will encourage you right away to jump in and introduce yourself and connect with other members as soon as possible. If you look here already, we have a post here for you about introduce yourself. So what you can do, what we encourage you to do right away is go ahead and introduce yourself here in the conversation and tell us why you're here, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your goal is. And if you go over here to the left, you will be able to click on members and see who already has jumped in. Depending on when you're here and how many we have enrolled in this launch, you'll be able to see a group of people there. And we want you to, connect as you're comfortable, but we really encourage that you connect with other members as soon as possible. We also encourage you in the first week to follow other members and to kind of look for people who you might find that you relate with as an accountability partner within the group. Accountability is such a key to success in this program. It is kind of like the backbone of success here. So the more you engage, the more you connect, the more you're going to get out of it, and ultimately the more you're going to succeed. So you'll be able to connect by following members easily. When you click on that member and click on that person, you can follow them and you can chat with them directly. There's chat buttons top right here and also on the mobile app. Something else in this section here you're going to see every week is an update to your weekly schedule, your new weekly meal plan, and your weekly workout calendars. They will all be housed here. Don't worry, about, missing out on anything. We're gonna guide you through the 30 days. We're gonna let you know when things are available. We're gonna remind you so that way you don't have to sit back and think, did I miss something? As long as you're coming into the program or into the community, hopefully, several times a day, or at least, once a day, you'll be able to see what has happened and those reminders of what to look for. So this private group coaching page is sort of like a HubSpot of where all the connections and inspiration and motivation happens during the GMFT program. So feel free in here to share anything at any time about your journey or post simple comments or questions here in this activity feed. This is where only members of the program will, be together. So, really get to know one another while you're here. So I'm going to head back out here now. But first, before I leave, I guess I'm going to go ahead and click on topics because we're now seeing the menu for the group coaching page for our program. So if you click on topics, we have created topics for the group coaching program. And you'll see introduce yourself. You'll see where our weekly calendars will be housed. Our meal plans will be housed. Our weekly Zoom calls will be housed, and then other information that we want to talk about regarding the principles that we believe in, like mindset, nutrition, and movement. So again, same as the main community, all of our articles and posts that are out here on the activity feed are housed in topics. So you can also follow the topics here, so that way you get notification and reminders of when they are occurring. So this works just like the main community. It's kind of like we're a private community within a community. You can't get any more private than that. So let's head back up to the top left, back to network, which takes us back out to the main community. And then I want to talk about our last piece of the GMFT program. I've already covered the community. I've covered the GMFT Premier Program and core lessons. I've just covered the group coaching page, and now I'm going to cover how you get to Wellbeats. You may have already found it, but if you go back over to the left menu under Fit Resources, one of our resources is Wellbeats. It's a premium resource, so only those who are enrolled have access, but as a member of the GMFT program, you have access to Wellbeats. So if you haven't been here, and that means you haven't created your account, we definitely want to start you there. The 3 pieces to this page is basically a little information about Wellbeats, the Wellbeats portal, and how to create your new Wellbeats account. So if we click on that, this is going to walk you through very simple directions on how to create your Wellbeats account. So if you read through that, that'll get you your account on Wellbeats, and then you'll be able to access Wellbeats at any time prior to the program, and you'll be able to access it once the program starts, because we're going to be feeding you a calendar every week that tells you what classes we would suggest that you take on a daily basis in order to follow the program and follow along with the other members. In the community, we have several areas where you'll find the Wellbeats symbol, and we do that intentionally so anyone who has a Wellbeats membership can access the portal. And when I say portal, what I mean is when you click on those areas, the portal is basically the login page, direct login page to Wellbeats. That's one way that you can get to Wellbeats. Another way is to download the Wellbeats app. And back to the directions here, it does tell you that here. It'll tell you and give you direct links to all of the app stores where you can go to download that app. The app is free. You just have to have an account with Wellbeats to be able to access it. So if you download the app, you will have the app to directly go to Wellbeats. And you don't have to do it that way. You can come right into the community and just look for the Wellbeats symbol. So hopefully that information is very easy for you, but we encourage you to go ahead and do that and get to know Wellbeats and your way around Wellbeats. It's very, very easy to use. It's a list of over 400 classes, and you can search by class, you can search by instructor, you can search by amount of time you have. It's an amazing platform, and that's why we partnered with Wellbeats. So we know you're going to love it. So over here to the left again, you have a list of members. You will see members in here who may be outside of the GMFT program, because we do have community members who are also Wellbeats members but might not be in the GMFT program. So you can still connect that way as well. So I'm going to go back out here to the main network and wrap it up here. I think just one other thing that I'd like to share with you is this discovery section on the menu. It's another way to view the information in the activity feed in a different view. We have the welcome section here with all these welcome articles. You can read through those. That might help you a little more. And as I mentioned just a minute ago, we have the Wellbeats portal, which will allow you to access there. We have all of our topics listed here in a different view. All of our featured articles are listed here. Those are articles where we want to make sure they're on top of mind and in view, plain sight for our members. And those will change occasionally. And again, we have the Wellbeats portal here. And then we have our top posts. And the next section is, hasn't launched yet. This is in the future, coming in the future, upcoming events. As a One Body Life community, we'll be hosting live events or online events, local events, things like that. And then something else that's really cool about our community is when you first come into the community, you're asked to create your bio. Put your picture in, tell us a little about yourself, and list an interest. And what happens when you do that is that the platform will actually pull together anyone else who has that same interest here in this section. So you'll be able to see people who you can relate with directly around that interest. And then below is anyone who is near you. So also based on your location that you put in your bio, this will pull in any members who are near you. And keep in mind that we have members right now across the country. So that's nice to know that you can maybe connect even on a closer proximity to your home if you want to connect and make closer relationships outside of the community with someone more local. So that's the discovery section. If we go back to home, just gonna take a look here and see if there's anything else that I want to share. I think I covered everything. So the next thing that I guess I want you all to do, now that you're, you know, partially through the pre-work, is go back to the last few sections of your pre-work under where you are right now. Actually, I'm going to go to where you are right now. You're in the where to find the content resources included in the GMFT program. So you're here, it might look a little different when this video was created. We've probably made a few changes, but when you're finished with this, we want you to go ahead and finish the last 2 sections of pre-work and then just get ready for prep week. So we are so excited for the launch, and I can't wait for you to meet the coaches, and I can't wait to meet all the members that join, and we will see you come September 16th for sure. But in the meantime, please just hang into in the community and get to know other members and get to know your way around, and can't wait to meet you here very soon. Thanks.